We are final from Neville Arena. Auburn gets the 67-60 win. Come on in here, share this live with somebody. Let them know we're in here talking about this game. Appreciate everybody who's jumping in here after this. 10 o'clock here, Central Time, 11 o'clock Eastern. I know it's past some of y'all bedtime, but we are here. We are here. We are here. Go ahead and share the live with somebody as we talk about the Auburn win 67-60 versus Arkansas. Tough fought game. Auburn does not score more than 30.4 points either half, 33 in the first half, 34 in the second half, but Auburn gets the win. I told you this probably was going to be a solid double, 15 and something for Janai, 16 points, 13 boards for Janai. Right around what I said, what I thought he was going to be in this game. Chad had 15, Chaney had 14. I figured it was going to be a double-digit game for Chaney in this one. 6 boards for him. Miles Kelly was the guy I was off on. I thought he was going to make multiple threes, and I thought Denver was going to make multiple threes. That did not happen. There was an absolute lid on the basket for Auburn tonight, 4 of 24. I thought they'd shoot 25 threes, thought they'd make 8 to 10 of them, only hit 4 of 24 tonight. Terrible shooting game, 40% overall, 25 of 62 for Auburn tonight, and escape tonight with a 7-point victory against Arkansas. Appreciate everybody who is in here talking a little Auburn basketball late night on a Wednesday with your boy Ike Jones. Denver Jones, 9 points. Miles Kelly with 7 points. Chris Moore with a 3-pointer that turned into a 2, but 2 points tonight. Tahad Pettiford, 1 of 4. I thought Tahad was going to be a double-digit scorer in the mid-range. Didn't happen for him. He took mostly threes tonight. 1 of 4 on his 3-point attempts and made a free throw as well. Chad with a good night again with 15 on 4 of 8 shooting. Chaney 6 of 13 shooting for 14 points. Chaney bounced back from a 1 of 5 start to finish 6 of 14. So made the vast majority of the rest of his shots for the game. But again, overall, not a great shooting night for Auburn. And I think the story again for Auburn, I talked about this at halftime, was the turnovers. They had 12 turnovers tonight. It's a team that normally doesn't turn the ball over more than 9 times. 12 turnovers, and almost all of those 12 turnovers were a result of lazy passes. Lazy passes, sloppy ball handling was the result of most of that. Was not Arkansas great, defense. They played the passing lane well and took advantage of it, but Auburn was very careless with the basketball, right? When you look at some of this stuff, let's take a look at the turnovers. Janai had 2 turnovers. The most turnovers tonight was from Chad, who had 3, and all 3 of them were on very sloppy passes. Dylan had 2 turnovers. Miles had 2 turnovers. Chris Moore had 1, and Denver only 1, but only 1 assist there for him as well. Taha had 4 assists with 1 turnover, so he was pretty good. It's the fouls that kept him out of the game and not able to contribute more. Got to do better in him shooting some of those open looks that he got, and definitely needs to stay out of foul trouble. 4 fouls as well for Chaney Johnson tonight, but he still played a good amount of minutes. He had 28 minutes in the game tonight. Again, appreciate everybody who jumped in here. Super chat coming in from Andrew, who says, is it just me or does Jay Will only talk about the refs or bad shots? I don't know, because I don't listen to the ESPN commentators. I am in here talking to my folks in the watch party, or I'm at the games. I don't listen to the commentators because they don't do nothing but make me mad. I can't deal with it. I cannot deal with the commentators in these games, so I couldn't tell you. Maybe somebody in the chat could tell you. Regardless, I know I don't even have to look at Twitter to tell you how people are going to be frustrated and talk about how Auburn is not trending in the right direction and all this kind of stuff. Auburn just continues to win games. What I don't like is the shot selection. I'm okay with them missing shots. I think the shots, what I would like for Auburn to do in games like this is realize, okay, my shots aren't falling. I need to find different ways to generate offense. I think Auburn did a poor job tonight on the floor. I don't care about what was called from the sideline. On the floor of finding better ways to get better shots. You saw it late when they needed to get buckets. They started saying, okay, we're going to hammer this down to the post and we're going to work through Chaney and Janai. You saw that late, but like it should have happened pretty much the entirety of the second half, and it just was not. Little bit of selfish play by your guards tonight, honestly. some selfish shots being taken, some lazy passes that made your offense stagnant. 67 points. Again, this is a team in Arkansas that's only given up 68 points per game. So you scored 67 against a team that's only given up 68 per game. So it's not as if this Arkansas team is not accustomed to holding teams down and making them look worse than what their averages are. But I think, luckily for you, Zvonimir Ivisic was awful tonight. Tonight he was 0 of, let me find his box score, 0 of 10 from the field, 0 of 9 from 3. And he had some looks that he normally makes. So luckily for you, the night that you're not shooting well, he's also not shooting well. So you had your opportunities and they had their opportunities. It was just a lid on the basket tonight. I don't even know how to explain it. But just you got to be happy that you get the win tonight. Arkansas fans are going to feel similarly to how Bama fans were. I don't even want to bring up Bama in this. Never mind. I ain't gonna talk about them. They think everything's about them anyway. Screw them. But Arkansas fans are gonna feel like if they shoot better, then they come out of here with a win, and ignore the fact that if Auburn shoots better, you get blown out in this game. So, I think Auburn's got to take the win and just get back in the gym and get some shots up and then figure out how to mentally get away from taking ill-advised shots in close games. Just figure that out, and I think you'll be in a better position. You can't shoot your way out of a slump. Sometimes you got to get to the free throw line. Sometimes you got to go get you some easy buckets. I'm still sitting here trying to figure out how Janai Broom's last layup that he shot on the reverse didn't go in. But right idea there. It's not falling for me from the outside. Let me go and try to take it to the paint. He was 7 of 15 tonight. Seemed like he had an awful night. That's about 50%, right? Just south of 50%, 8%, something like that from the field. 16 points. Made both of the free throw attempts that he had out there. A decent night, just to kind of trudging through another double-double, right? I said he'd probably have 5 or 6 assists in this game. He only ended up with 3, but 2 turnovers, so that wasn't very good. So, from an efficiency standpoint, Auburn, the efficiency just wasn't where it needed to be. But let's get over here to your comments, see what you guys are saying, because I want to get your reactions to all of the things Auburn tonight. Thank you so much. Miller House says, close win. Take it as you can get them. Habersham Jim, an ugly win is a win. You're darn right about that. They count in the win column for the exact same amount of tallies. So yes. Let's see here. What else do we have here from folks? Always sounds like they're really rooting for Auburn to lose. They probably are. I ain't gonna hold you. Don says somebody's got to tell Chad his taunting turned that beautiful 3 into a 1. Sheesh. I don't want to talk about that. I said my piece about it at halftime. I'm going to maintain that Chad gets officiated unfairly. I'll just say that. Let's see. Lawrence says fact shot selection was trash. Did not like it. Situational shot selection just not good. Just a couple of lows, like the 3 that Chad took when he had Ivisic out there on him on the switch. Didn't like that. Didn't like the quick 3 Janai Broom took when he had the pop out from the screen action that he had. The sidestep 3 Miles Kelly took. Didn't like that one. I just didn't feel like they took good shots in situations where they needed them. Let's see here. Prentice says, man, Janai didn't have his best game offensively tonight. I don't think anybody had a great game offensively, not just Janai. Let's see. Civilian Deployment Group says, hey, it's basketball. These things happen after emotional games. Look at Bama tonight. I haven't looked at them at all. Auburn has to learn how to play a full game focused and put their foot down. Arkansas hit shots. They get Auburn tonight. Yeah, Auburn hit shots. It's a bigger win. Again, I know the easy thing to say is like, man, we got lucky, but Arkansas got lucky. Auburn was missing too. So, it goes both ways for that. So got to get that dub and keep it moving. James Barnett says, I think Auburn coming off that emotional win against Bama had some obvious letdown. The difference is Bama is about to lose and Auburn won. I'll take it. I don't know what the score is in that Bama game. I hope they lose every game they play. So, tonight's not going to make me any happier than any other night when they lose. I just hope it continues to happen. Let's see here. Nina says, I wish there was an overflow area on campus to watch the game of the season against Bama. Yeah, everybody's not going to be able to get tickets. So definitely listen, where's my boy Virginia, man? Tell him watch party is at the Mexican restaurant, man. Y'all go watch down there at the Mexican restaurant. I know it's far away from campus, but go watch there. They will have the game on for sure. So y'all go watch over at Los Amigos. Do I have a Los Amigos thing in here? Yeah, y'all, if y'all want to, man, go watch the game at Los Amigos. If you can't get tickets to the game, and then drive on down to Toomer's Corner for the Auburn win, if it happens at such a time. So y'all go patronize my folks down there. Heavy with the super chat said, my heart and or liver might not be able to make it through this season. I feel you, Heavy. It's a lot going on out there. Another super chat from Mercy here who says Bama's getting taken to the woodshed right now. Happy for him. That's where they belong. Corey Weber, my guy, felt uninspired tonight. Definitely was one of those games where they didn't look their best. Let's see. Brad says, I feel like CBM makes some really lazy passes sometimes. He definitely had some tonight. I agree with that. Riley says Simo was 1 of 2 from 3. That's stellar, 50%. He actually was 0 of 1 from 3 because the other shot that he made was ruled a 2. So, yeah. Let's see. What else do we have here? Don Cullen says Chaney had a great game. Chaney did bounce back and had a pretty good game. I think he's the only person from a statistical standpoint that I would say had a good offensive game. I think he played well defensively also. But statistically, I think he probably is the only person that would qualify. 6 of 13. Like, I mean, his numbers aren't drastically different from Janai. He was 6 of 13. Janai was 7 of 15. It just feels like Janai had a bad game, but that's not a huge difference. Janai made 1 more basket on 2 more misses. Overall, very similar games, but they just don't feel the same. So let's see here. Another super chat from Ben who says that Miles Kelly save was incredible. It was amazing play by Miles Kelly, the steal, the save, and then Chaney Johnson with the absolute nasty dunk in the full court. Took off from the SEC logo with it. Brad Chaney had a great second half. Agreed. Let's see here. Brad also jumps in here and says the refs will not call fouls against Broom. I don't understand this. I do, and I've said this before. I do not understand a National Player of the Year candidate who gets beat up the way Janai Broom does and doesn't get with. I just don't get that, bro. It doesn't make sense. Somebody's got to make it make sense. Oh, it was Chad. You're right. That wasn't Chaney that had that one. That was Chad that had the layup in the open court after that save. You are correct. You are correct. All right. Let's get over into everybody's favorite time of the post-game breakdown, and that is, even though it wasn't asked for yet, plus minus time. It is time for plus or minus. Let's get into it. As always, when we do plus minus, I will go from the lowest plus minus to the highest plus minus. No one from Auburn had a negative plus minus tonight, surprisingly, in a game where Auburn only scored 67 points. But 2 players on Auburn had a 1 as their plus minus. Those were Chris Moore and Tahad Pettiford, both a +1 on the night. 2 players for Auburn had a +2 on the night. Those were Dylan Cardwell and Denver Jones. Dylan Cardwell, Denver Jones both had a +2. There were 3 players for Auburn with a +6 on the night, and 1 of them had a +11 on the night. Only 4 more players left Janai Broom, Miles Kelly, Chad Baker-Mazara, and Chaney Johnson are the 4 remaining players. My question for the chat is, who is the player who had the highest plus minus tonight with a meager plus 11 tonight? Who is the guy between Janai Broom, Miles Kelly, Chaney Johnson, and Chad Baker-Mazara? 3 of them had 6. 1 of them had 11. Who is my one with 11? The other 3 having 6. I see Chad all in the chat. Chad did well tonight. Chad, Chaney. Chad, Taha's defense was slacking. I don't know about that. He fouled a lot, but I don't think his defense was slacking. I don't know. I have to go back and watch the game. I ain't gonna say. Got a couple of Cheneys here. Don't see this name, so we'll go ahead and eliminate them from the contention because you all are right. Janai Broom had a plus 6 tonight. He is not one of those. Take him off the board. Next up, don't see his name getting called out. A lot of Cheneys and a lot of Chads. Miles Kelly, also plus 6 tonight. He was not the one. So is it going to be Chaney or is it going to be Chad? Let's run down the stats once again. Chaney Johnson on the night, 14 points on 6 of 13 shooting, 2 of 3 from the free throw line, had 6 rebounds, 1 assist, no turnovers, a block shot, 2 steals in his 28 minutes of work. Chad Baker-Mazara had 15 points on 4 of 8 shooting, 6 of 6 from the free throw line, 3 rebounds, no assist, 3 turnovers in his 25 minutes. Let you guys get a little time to determine there. The answer for the highest plus minus tonight with a plus 11 was Chadwick Baker-Mazara with a plus 11. Chaney Johnson was a plus 6 tonight. 1 additional point there for Chad, a little bit more efficient from the field. He had the 1 3-point make. The 3 turnovers, though, I'm surprised he had a plus 11, but it's just he had in his 25 minutes on the floor, he had a few less minutes. I think if Chad had played the same amount of minutes as Chaney Johnson, Chaney would have had a higher plus minus with the way these things are averaging out there. But the 4 free throw makes, I think, help a lot too. He's scoring when the ball is not, when the clock is not going. But Chad Baker-Mazara plus 11 tonight on his 25 minutes. So congrats to him for having the highest plus minus. Missouri has bust 100 on Bama. That's crazy. All right, y'all. Final thoughts here. Again, Auburn sloppy in this game. I did not like the turnovers. 12 of them. They lost the turnover battle, so they were -1 in the turnover column. Rebounding wise, they were plus, what's that? 13 though. 42 to 29, dominated the rebounds, 13 offensive boards. They were plus 9 on the offensive glass tonight. Second chance points ballooned up to 16, so plus 13 on the offensive glass. They were plus 20. What is that number? 5 for bench points, 33 to 8. Where they didn't get it done was points in the paint. And again, a lot of outside shots there, 24 3 attempts. They were -10 in points in the paint, -2 in fast break points. Arkansas, the best shot blocking team in the league, had 5 shots blocked to Auburn's 2. They were -3 in steals, 10 steals for Arkansas, just 7 for Auburn, +1 in assists. Arkansas did a good job of moving the ball around, 10 assists to Auburn's 11. But again, Auburn gets the victory there tonight inside of Neville Arena, 67-60. If you haven't liked the video, please go ahead and do that before we get out of here. I appreciate y'all for jumping in here with me. It's already late, and you know your boy still has work to do for y'all tonight. We'll be back tomorrow with more reaction to this with some of the other guys. So make sure you are tuned into the Midweek Report tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern. But until then, and as always, I'm out of here, y'all. Hold on, let me make sure I didn't get all the super chats. I did. War Eagle, peace.